So good morning, everybody. You're welcome to today's FX Outlook brought to you by Trading Pro. Trading Pro is an international multi-award winning FX broker with several years of experience. They offer lots of interesting account types. We have the swap-free account, very low leverages on some of our accounts, and we also offer physical trainings at our #2 Allen Avenue office. And we also offer advanced trainings for advanced students every Wednesday between 8:30 to 9:30 via Zoom. And for those who would like to learn, those who would like to earn but don't have the time, we also have PAM account services and copy trade services, and also social community trading, which is where one of these services you're listening to is being brought to you by. So without taking so much of your time, let's get down to what we have for today. So today being the 28th, we have the most major impact news is by 3 p.m. By 3 p.m. As always, we're going to start off with, the US 100, the dollar index, the Euro USD, GBP USD, gold, Euro pound, pound yen, and Euro yen. So we're going to start from our review session of yesterday that we did yesterday night. So for those of you who would like to get access to it, this is my YouTube channel. You can subscribe to it and get access to the recordings there. So the recordings are grouped into chapters, so you could just scroll down and go through the chapters. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me through any of my social media handles. And if you want to sign up with Trading Pro, this is the link to sign up, and it will take you to the page for further registration. So let's start off with the US 100. Pairs we're going to be looking at today. We're going to be starting as always. Whenever you have a bearish candle and a rejection, most often the price is going to go in the direction of the rejection. This is what I call a three candle pattern, but the first candle is not very big. Be careful of that going into tomorrow. But this pair is still bullish. If you would love to, if you are going to take a long position, this is what you'll be waiting for. A drop into this area on the 1 hour time frame and a continuation to the upside. That is. So let's look at what US 100 has done during the London session. That's London, Asia. So just like I anticipated, there was a drop into this zone. As you can see, it didn't come to the 50. It stopped at the 25 and it rallied. So what we have now points to the fact that this high is coming into focus. So what you're going to do is you're going to move this upwards. That's on the 1 hour. You're going to move this up to this level. Then wait for price to retrace back into this range. Because if you notice, we already have this massive 1 hour expansion candle. And there is a down. Please, if you have background noise, can you mute your mics, please? If you have background noise, can you please mute your mics, please? So we have this expansion that has broken this high here. So the possibility is that this is going to retrace into this area. And if this area holds as support, you're going to have this and a sweep for this upside. What is going to invalidate this setup is if you have a break below this low. Once you have a break below this low, then you're going to have something like this, then you move lower. Are we on the same page? Please, if you have background noise, keep your mics on mute, please. So that I don't have to remove you from the class, please. If you have background noise, keep your mics on mute, please. So this is the setup that we have. This is the setup that we have. So we might be seeing this retracement if we get an invalidation below any of these lows. So that's what we have on the US 100. Price is still bullish. So the next pair we're going to be looking at is the dollar index. So the next pair we're going to be looking at is the dollar index. The dollar index is 1 hour is in a bullish swing. Possibility exists, and the possibility also exists that we may see lower prices on this pair. So that's how it's going to look like going into.
Пацан, что-то совсем писал, чувствуешь?
So for this pair, I'll still watch it tomorrow and see what it looks like. The possibility is hello, can you all still hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, sorry. My network fluctuated, so let's continue. Please, so that I don't have to remove you from the class. If you have background noise, please, let's be responsible enough to keep our noise, our mics on mute, please. So, going by what the dollar index has done, the dollar index has most likely swept the lows that we highlighted. It has swept 104.47 and 104.39 is still waiting. So this pair is still going to go down. The target is the 4-hour fair value gap here. This is a draw on liquidity here. So whenever price gets to a major low and you start to see price move in the opposite direction, the fair value gap before that level is where you'll be waiting for an entry into price. So if we have this zone marked out like this, if you notice, price has tapped into the consequent encroachment of it. So we drop down.
Славянский секс-шоп, тихий омут,
Please, let's keep our mics on mute. So we'll be watching this area for a rejection and the move lower to sweep these equal lows and into this level. So that's what we'll be watching out for New York. So you'll be watching for rejection within this 4-hour fair value gap and a sweep of these equal lows. So that's what we're having on the euro dollar index. So if we go to the euro USD, so for the euro USD, so if we look at it, this euro USD, you'll be watching this 108, 1.0867 to 1.0840. Although there's this fair value gap here, that's the last fair value gap before the break of this year. So on the Euro US, you'll be watching that. If that should play out, if the dollar index rejects from there, then you'll be looking for long opportunity on this pair to 1.0884. That's where you'll be watching price to move up to. So the next pair we're going to be watching is the GBPUSD. The GBPUSD is also still bullish. It's also still bullish. If you look at most of the pairs, they expanded overnight. So for the GBP, you'll be watching this high to this low. That's what you'll be watching on the GBPUSD. Although this other block is still valid, but the break of here is a little bit of a warning. So what we might see is, if you see something like this and price comes down and breaks here, don't look to buy. The sell will not work. The buy will not work. What it means is that they are going to move lower. So that's what we'll be waiting to see. Already we have what looks like a change of character here, but this fair value gap is still holding price. So we'll watch. Most likely this pair is coming for this area here. So you'll be waiting for a little bit of a retracement, provided it doesn't touch this level here, because that level is a daily rejection. It's a daily rejection level. So I don't want it to touch here first. I would prefer it retraces on the 4-hour, retraces a bit, then before moving back to the upside. But if it should sweep this liquidity, then don't look for a long opportunity. So the next pair we're going to be looking at is gold. Gold is still bearish, but like I pointed out yesterday on gold, short-term high in play. If you look at it on the daily, we have levels of interest. We have all these fair value gaps here, but we have these inverted fair value gaps here. Because if you notice, one candle up, one candle down. So between 23 feet, this other level here. So you have two options here on this pair. You're either going to use this swing or you're going to use this swing. Because, so if we look at what gold has done, if we drop down to the 1 hour, we can see where price is. It's at this high to this low. I can see we have what looks like a move out of that area. So this might still extend higher before moving back down. What is going to invalidate this on the 1 hour is when you have a close below 1.2331. But for now, we don't have it. So most likely, this pair might still retrace a bit higher before moving back down. So that's what we have on gold. Because like I said, it's either you use this 2347 to 2331 or you use this smaller area, because this was the last down move that broke this high. So this low is going to be what you call a protected low. If you use it, you can see as where price is at the moment. As where price is at the moment. So if you drop down to the 15-minute time frame, all you'll be waiting for is a flip. So what would you be calling a flip? So already we have a sweep of this low here. So what you'll be waiting for here to confirm this up move is going to be this, a break of 2345 expansion, then you can take a move up to 2353 on gold. So that's what we have on gold for now. The next pair we're going to be looking at is the EURGBP. just like I pointed out yesterday, I said the Euro GBP has swept. The next way we're going to be looking at is the Euro pound. This pair is still, since it has swept the low of the year, we'll watch to see what price does. But although this pair is still bearish, but on the 1 hour, the first sign that something is about to happen will be something like this, a close above any of this. Then you wait for retracement and continuation to do. But since price has swept the low of the year, the possibility exists that we might see a bit of a correction and a continuation to the downside if 85.32 is not broken. So if we look at what EURGBP has done, go to the 1 hour time frame. And network is a little bit. So if you notice, this was yesterday night. And this is already what we have this morning. So price is already within this area here. But since price has swept the low of the year, I'm anticipating we're going to see euro strength coming in. That's what I'm anticipating. So the first sign is going to be a break above here. Then you wait for this, then a continuation. And that will be the retracement. Not a reversal, but a retracement. So the next pair we're going to be looking at is pound yen. Pound yen. Let's look at where price was when we did our review yesterday night. Is pound yen. Pound yen is still bullish. It's still very, very bullish. Most likely it's coming for 200. That's where it's coming from. So this was the 1 hour chart on the pound yen yesterday. So price just rallied. It didn't come down. So just like I pointed out in the last night session, you see, it came down to this fair value gap, as you can see, and it has bounced. So it might still come down, but this pair is still bullish. This is your dealing range, this point to this point. As long as 199.61 holds, this pair is going to still go for 200. That's where he's going for. Then the next one we're going to be looking at is Euro Yen. Let's see what this pair did yesterday. Yen. So if the Euro pound starts to gain strength, this is going to really rally. Because, so let's look at what he has done, 170.52, and you can see he has broken this high. So for this pair, any retracement is going to be targeting 171.03. That's where price is going to be targeting. So this is the plan going into New York. So somebody will say, what is at this level? Because you see this pin bar is a fair value gap. So price is at the equilibrium of it, and you can see it's still moving up. So the next target is going to be 75% of this before this high. Because if you look at the GB pound yen, the pound yen has almost covered all its own. If you look at the pound yen, you can see the pound yen is almost covering all its own. So once the pound yen covers all its own, the possibility is that we might see a bit of a retracement. So that's it for and the euro yen is not about, has not yet done most of its own. So with the euro pound strength coming in, that's the euro strength coming in or against the euro pound, we might see the euro yen doing what the pound yen has done. So any questions? So what I mean is that you might see this run up to this 171.06. So any questions? Or anybody who want me to look at that I didn't look at? Hello, are you all still there?
Yes, I'm here.
So any questions? Any questions? Or is there anything you want me to look into? Any topic you want me to touch or talk about before I end the class?
Can you go through the goal again, please? It wasn't clear.
So gold, like I said, gold is still bearish, but we are going to see a bit of a retracement. You get? We are going to see a bit of a retracement on gold. Possibility is that we are going to see a bit of a retracement. You get? Into this point to this point, and we have an inverted fair value gap between this point to this point. So this may rally in there. If it gets rejected, you're going to see corrective move. So how does that play out? If you go to the 1 hour, just like I pointed out yesterday night, I said that looking at where gold is, you have two options. You can either use this 23.47 to this point, or you can use this point here that actually broke this level. And that's what I've done. If you notice, price is at the 50% of it. Then if you drop down to the 5-minute time frame, if you drop down to the 5, you don't have a flip yet. If you remember, if you were in the class yesterday, I gave a lecture about flip. We have a sweep on the downside, but we need a good close above this high.
Пожалуйста.
Игра нет прав. Игра нет прав.
Завали свой ебасос ебаный, ты,
We have some very, very funny people coming in.
Тяжело.
Okay. Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
I think I'll start putting waiting room. So if the person coming in, I don't like the person.
That can log in. When the real marketers, the traders cannot log in, how come that these two people can log in easily when others can't log in?
Some of them, I don't know.
I don't
I think I'll start putting waiting room. I'll start putting them in waiting room. So I think I'll start putting waiting room. So if you come in and I don't allow you enter, you can't enter. So you stay in the waiting room. Some of them are becoming nuisance. They come into a class
Honestly,
and you're blaring music. Why? So for this goal now to start the corrective move, you need to see it close well above 23.45. So once it does that, you then wait for this for a long, and you know that this long is a counter move. So you have to be aware of that. It's not a long till infinity. Are we on the same page?
yeah.
So that's what we have. It has swept the lows. So but I'm of the opinion, given where price is, we'll be waiting to see what price does. We'll be
Okay.
waiting to see what
Thank
price does. Any other question? Any other question?
Yes, please. Why are you putting your feed from this?
It's not a fib. It's a gam box.
Okay.
It's not a
Okay.
fib. It's a gam box. I use it to
Okay.
segment the zone, to break the into zones. You can also do it on your fib. But what I'm taking is the zone that has been broken out. If price is to continue up, the equilibrium and the discount is supposed to hold price and send price higher.
Okay.
So any other question? So in the absence of any other question, I think we're going to call it a day. I wish everybody a blessed and wonderful trading day ahead. So
Thank you.
goodbye, everybody.
you.